Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are gonna go through One Piece chapter 1173 while drawing Brook. Brook, but wrapped in Gunko's power. I think he is the MVP of this chapter. Brook has been the MVP for some time already, facing Big Mom and everything, but here this was crazy. So I think I'm gonna use the mechanical pencil today, probably the Big Matic, and I wanna draw him when he's getting unwrapped. So probably we are gonna go into. This is obviously not a drawing that you see in the scene, in the episode, in the chapter, but it can be interesting if we kind of trying to do it like this. Okay, so he is wrapped here like that. It's gonna be kind of trying to do like a quicker type of drawing today, more loose, more direct. Let's see how is this gonna be. Okay, so A Generation of Warriors is the title. We see a lot of things happening in the giant land in Elbaf. The Dorry and Brogy group, transformed with domi-reversied, is trying to attack Jarul. They are like in a typical Viking scene. If you watch Vikings, the series, for example, one army facing the other army, they are clashing already. And you see how, for all of those who don't know what is the domi-reversied, or you don't know what's domi-reversied about, I'm gonna put a video here explaining what games I think Oda is taking as a reference to create the domi-reversied. So we see how there is a lot of clash there. Jarundin and Strausen they are arriving to the scene. They are pretty confident in whatever they are gonna be attempting to do. I do not have much faith in Jarundin capabilities or any of the members of the crew. They are quite standard level, I would say. We saw in the Dressrosa saga with Doflamingo, etc., and the Doflamingo people, his pirates, how they are strong. Yeah, these guys are strong, but not strong enough to defeat someone at this power of level. Okay, so I am a little bit curious how all of this is gonna happen. Probably we're gonna be focusing in our guys, in Luffy and company, and as well in Zoro, in Sanji, etc. Not that much in the Warriors of Elbaf. They may be hitting some enemies around and kicking some people around, but I don't think we are gonna have this kind of importance or main character vibes from this group, but we will see. Okay, so they are basically clashing. There is a couple of the bad guys, the transformed guys in domi-reversied, mocking Jarundin's group because your dream of uniting all the giants, is that gonna be something that you're already doing? And obviously when someone mocks Luffy's dream or any one of his friends' dream, Luffy goes crazy and starts fighting. So I think this is kind of a parallelism with that, so they are gonna be very serious fighting now. So Zoro is with them, let's not forget about that. So he had a plan of cutting. We already knew that his plan was gonna be to cut something, and it is interesting. I like it how I thought in the previous episode, that I'm gonna put here as well in the analysis that I've done of 71 and 72 together, I thought there we would see Zoro cutting the bottom of the branch, so all of them would fall to hell, the ground floor realm, but it doesn't happen like that. Basically what he does is jumps on top of the heads, jumps in mid-air, and then when he's above their heads, he throws a couple of Santo Ryu attacks there, kind of destroying them all. And remember that because domi-reversied, these guys can regenerate, be more resilient, be stronger, so this bunch of giants are gonna be getting up in a second. Okay, so let's do this Brook wrappings like this, because he is all trapped by Imu's power, but this is not Imu, it is Gunko. Okay, so let's do as well here. He has some sort of weapon here at the back as well, wrapped, and I think something like this and at the back is going to be wrapped as well, because he is wrapped as well like this. Okay, so we see this massive attack, and straight away Dorry and Brogy try to kill Zoro. What Zoro does in this scene, if you didn't understand it, is like when he's doing Toragari, that he's floating on the air, basically flying on the air, and then he hits the air to shoot himself in the distance. So when the guys, Dorry and Brogy transformed, are gonna attack him, he shoots this attack upwards, so he can be going faster downwards to avoid the attack. What this is gonna make is that Dorry and Brogy will attack each other, they will cut each other, and as you can see in the drawing, that it is a very incredible drawing, they actually go very deep, they go very serious. Even Zoro has a drawing, a tiny drawing there, that he's scared. Jarul is scared as well. You see a lot of blood pouring from both of them, like while they'll fall. So these guys, if they wouldn't have done this domi-reversied technique, if they would have actually been, let's say, normal, they would die here. That is a too strong attack that is happening here. I like it, but as I said, these guys cannot be defeated with brute force, in my opinion, so I think they are gonna be getting up, cut in half, like we see Shamrock, no, it was the Father Garling in the flashback, where he has the head split in two, and he's like regrouping and rebuilding his body, basically, okay? So then we jump into Brook, this kind of moment that I'm trying to draw when he's wrapped. Basically, in the previous episode, we see that Brook is not with the rest of the guys, with Nami and company, so he slithered like a snake, like a worm, crawling however he could, far from there, trying to chase Gunko. When he is close to Gunko, he shouts, "Princess Shuri. Are you Princess Shuri?" So he's in disbelief. So at least we have a revelation. I always thought that Gunko was gonna be connected to Koala, that I have my theory here, is one of my most watched videos in the channel. And this seems to be more and more going far from what I want it to be. But I'm curious to see what's gonna happen here. So there is an exchange. Gunko is kind of frozen, looking at him. There is something awakening in Gunko, that Gunko is recognizing Brook. Okay, I think it is, let's not forget about this kind of funny helmet that he's wearing, like this, wrapped as well, like this. So there is something going on here, and then she kind of awakens. So Brook is asking her questions. Are you Shuri? Are you? I didn't want to see you again. I thought I would forget about you. You are the parasite. Basically, is a child who kills the father. No, let's say. And in this case, apparently, looks like this is the revelation that this Shuri princess killed her own father, and this father was someone that Brook was protecting. So I'm curious to see. I think a small flashback of Brook is coming now again. I love it, because I love to see the lore in the stories and everything. So I want to know your opinion as well. Feel free to jump down there in the comment section, express how you feel about this revelation or this new storyline with Brook. I am absolutely curious to see what's gonna happen. Brook is very upset, very bitter about whatever is happening here. Gunko seems to react. There is like the aura, let's say, of Imu, the mind control, the body control, the everything that Imu is controlling is basically awakening. Let's see this one. It's awakening in Gunko, and we see how Imu takes a little bit over, no? He takes control, is asking, are you having a recovery of the memories? Is everything coming back to you? Kind of very upset here, Imu. So Imu loses the control of Gunko for a moment. We've seen this happening as well at the beginning when Gunko arrived. Okay, so Gunko changes the face. She has now a very bright and beautiful face, and she unwraps Brook after obviously being received like let's say like electricity attack, because being controlled by Imu, she can kill you from the distance, or she can inflict pain from the distance. So here, absolutely straight away, she is kind of making her some sort of electrocution by Haki, or explosion by Haki, kind of like a shock wave. Shock wave is coming from within her to control her, to overpower her again, and to control her mind again. Okay, so I like it. It is scary. I am just thinking about this happening like in real life, that the control of someone can have over you is something like this. That is absolutely crazy. Brook manages to get free. He doesn't understand what's going on. He doesn't understand that there is someone possessing her body, and he is shouting at her. And then for a moment we see how Imu returns to the body, returns to having the control of this vessel, basically, like in Naruto we have with Sasuke as well. She retakes the control, and she's like, shout your mouth, and she attacks, she clashes with Brook. This, I would say, is one of the most epic scenes that I have ever seen Brook being involved, apart from the moments with Big Mom, when he is actually clashing with Big Mom, not caring about anything, like, even talking to Big Mom like, hey, you young girl, because obviously Brook is older. I love it. And I think as well, when we go into the animation process, this is gonna be a little bit crazy, because probably Toei wants to give Brook a little bit of protagonism here, a bit of main character. Why is all of this happening? If you recall what happens when Brook is introduced back in Thriller Bark in Gecko Moria's saga, when Brook pledges his services, let's say, for Luffy, at the end, where next to the piano and everything, when they are doing the party, he says that he was the leader of a convoy. A convoy is a group of ships. So that means Brook had a rank, a quite high rank at that point. So probably in this kingdom, or wherever this kingdom Shuri is gonna be from, he was the Chaka, or the Pel, or the Igaram from Arabasta, so the one who is next to the king, the one who is a royal guard to the king. We assume this kind of was clear, but it's never been explained in detail. So after this life of royal, let's say, trying to protect his king, basically, he decided to go in the piracy life and be the musician in the pirate life. He wanted to do this. This is what we see at the beginning of Elbaf, in this tiny one-panel flashback of Brook talking with Gunko, being a kid, and he says, "Oh, father." So that moment is crucial for whatever is going to happen here, because Brook was lovely with this family. He was protecting this family. He was protecting Shuri probably as well. So this is incredible. So here we see the clash. The clash, I absolutely love it. I want to know your opinion. I am actually, this for me was more impressive than whatever Zoro has done today, whatever Gerundin and the rest of the guys are trying to do. Anything in this episode, for me, can't put a shadow over Brook, because I wasn't expecting it, and I see then a lot of main character vibes with Brook, a lot of Luffy moments that Brook is gonna have with this whole Gunko. I don't know where this is going. I don't know if the concept of immortality that Brook holds with his fruit is gonna be something that Imu is gonna realize, and she's gonna say, "Ooh, my game that I've been playing for 900 years, now with this guy and this power can be jeopardized, can be in trouble. I can be in trouble, and this guy controlling souls as well. the Soul King, that he calls himself, can be a challenger for my immortality concept. So I think that is why we are kind of seeing this interaction, because the eternal concept that Imu was the only one having so far, and the only one being able to give to his commanders, or her commanders, that they're basically the gods' knights and the Gorusei, is being challenged by a random guy who was in the Thriller Bark, let's say, mist, lost for like 50 years, and now is back to life in this skeleton form. So he is like death, basically. He is like, you know, like a demon himself. So I like it. And I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. So as you can see here, we have like a easy drawing today of Brook being on the floor, wrapped, starting to get unwrapped maybe by the face here. Okay, we see these lines as well and everything. We carry on with the story. We see that Usopp's group, Nami's group, has been released because when Imu lost the control of Gunko, thanks to Brook, then Gunko made a little bit loose all the wrappings around everyone, actually. So everyone is released now. And yeah, the only one is still trapped is Nico Robin, because she has this kind of vine with the spines from Saint Summers, okay? But she's going to be released in a second as well. Saint Summers is in another place. He is leading the kids towards the ship, towards the boat, that if this is the end game, let's say, part of the saga, if he manages to reach that point, it's like a checkpoint, the kids are going to be taken away, so the ship is going to disappear, and we lost this game, let's say. So just before that happens, you know, there is a little bit of argument there, like a confrontation between Column and Saint Summers, you know, saying, you know, I'm a warrior of Elba, fight with me one-on-one, blah, 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 and all these things. And we know that is not going to happen. Saint Summers, it is not an honorable man. It is not a warrior who faces the enemy in a one-on-one battle. He is like a strategist. He will wrap you, he will trap you, and then he will torture you. We see this behavior from Saint Summers when he is, you know, he has Shaki in custody in the flashback, and how he is brutal. So by being brutal, he's not gonna allow a kid to talk him into fighting one-to-one or having any kind of risky moment or risky step where he needs to be secure all the time. I'm loving it. I wouldn't have expected this to be happening in this manner, in this fashion, but I am enjoying it a lot. I want to see more and more. So we see that Saint Summer is almost there. There's just a couple of steps and they are on the ship. He is reporting as well to Imu. He's, you know, like sending like a video call saying, you know, great one. We are here already, like in a moment we are gonna be achieving. So he's selling the skin of the bear before killing the bear, and this is a mistake. You as a, you know, in your own person, like in your normal days, don't do that, because sometimes at the last minute things can fall apart and that's not very nice. So this guy is doing this, and what happens here is that a bunch of people, a bunch of giants just barge in. They arrive where the kids are, where Saint Summers is. They are crazy upset. We have Column's mother there. We have Oimo from Oimo and Karshi as well. That Oimo happens to be now a grandfather of one of the kids as well. So we see how they are interrupted by a ginormous Nika-like type of monster. If you remember, we have another bad guy here called Killingham. I draw Killingham in this video here. I'm talking about him a little bit in this video while analyzing the episode that he is shown. In that episode, in that chapter, we see that he's able to materialize the nightmares of people. In this case, he's materializing the nightmares of the kids and probably everyone around them. So that's why we see Gigantis, Nika, ginormous Fenrir. We have another Loki. Like, we have a lot of monsters going on around, like ghosts. All of them based in Nordic culture, okay, and in One Piece mythology. But very interesting. So Warriors of Elbaf, that this is basically why the chapter is called like this, they are like, what are you talking about that we're going to be scared of you? We are a race of warriors. We are a people. We are people who fight. So we are just going to attack. So all of them attack together. They are trying to protect the kids. And we see how we see Gerundine's guys there, the rest of the crew that has been as well running towards this other group of enemies, the Saint Somers and the kids. They do attack that we haven't seen much around, that is the Gokoku Sovereignty, that this is the same attack that we see Dorry and Brogy doing in Little Garden, so we can escape from the goldfish, the giant goldfish. This is the attack that we see as well them using again in Egghead as well. This is very interesting because, you know, Roger has his attack that is similar to this, and that we've seen as well Shanks using something similar. We've seen Rocks using something similar, and because of this super powerful attack mixed with three guys at the same time, that they are not that powerful individually. They are just, you know, pirate giants, normal giants. I wouldn't say that they are strong in general. I think, you know, Zoro would defeat them, Luffy would defeat them, Sanji would defeat them, even Usopp would defeat them most probably. And we see this comparison where we are in Arabasta no, when we are in Dressrosa and Luffy one punches Gerundine and that's it. Okay, so they are not rival for an enemy of this caliber, but by joining their attack like this, like Dorry and Brogy did in Little Garden, by joining their attack, they managed to make a hole, massive hole in this Nika type of monster. They make him fall on top of Summers, on top of the ship, and everything ends up destroyed. I want to believe that because of this thing here, probably Summers has lost a little bit of his grip, a little bit of his power here, and he may have undone the connections for the kids. So maybe the kids are a little bit more loose now and they can try to escape. Maybe as well Nico Robin, that is with Jinbei, with Usopp, with other guys, she can get released as well, probably. I don't think he will be able to hold it, I think, to be honest. I as well, if he is able to hold it, it's going to be just for a brief moment, because these guys are here and these guys are going to straight away now attack Summers to try to defeat him, basically, and to try to liberate the kids. Even if they can't take the kids, we need to leave it to the last minute, okay? So this is the tension that always Oda and any good story needs to have. This is this kind of countdown that we have always, no, like 10, 9, 8, like we don't have more time when the bomb is gonna explode in Arabasta and Bibi is crying. This is that moment when the bird cage is closing in Dressrosa, is gonna kill everyone, you know. So this is now that moment. So if we reach the boat that is destroyed now, this is what's gonna happen. So we need to introduce our heroes, like we are doing in this episode, to defeat the three bad guys. Looks like Brook is taking care of one. Looks like the giants together with some of the Gerundine guys are taking care of this one, Summers. And Zoro as well is with the Dorry and Brogy problem. The issue here is where is Oda now gonna place Loki and Luffy? That these are the guys that we haven't seen in the previous episode, we haven't seen in this episode either. Do I want them to do the final blow? No. I would like maybe the rest of the guys to be able to handle this situation. It will be interesting. Maybe Loki and Luffy are gonna do something lore related. They are gonna get some information, or they are gonna try to, you know, reach to the point that they are gonna fight, and when they arrive, the bad guys are already defeated. I would love that. I don't like to see Luffy only being the one fighting all the time, or Zoro being the only one fighting all the time. I would like Brook to be able to handle, for example, Imu here, or scare Imu out of Elbaf, for example. and maybe no one is gonna see this, maybe no one is gonna ever know this, like for example, nothing happened scene, nothing happened, who knows about that? Sanji. And Brook was far and he was able to see that as well, and Nico Robin put a ear when they were talking about this, so she knows as well, but this happened in a second, let's say, level, in a second moment, that it was far from the action, so no one actually could see what was happening here. I like if something like this would be going on here, because it would give Brook even more epicness, and I think he deserves it a little bit. I always complain about something in One Piece that is the second round of Straw Hats, like Frankie, Brook, and etc., not getting, in my opinion, enough main character vibes. And I would love if now, for example, now that Brook is doing this, he's able to hold Imu and make Imu go away. I would love, for example, Usopp to take ownership as well in the place that he's at the moment with Dorry and Brogy, and go and help Zoro, because maybe Zoro, when he falls, he can't actually fight or whatever. Maybe something happens that Zoro is out of commission, or maybe he falls up actually to the ground floor again, to the bottom, and there is no time for him to come back, and then Usopp needs to step in. I would like those guys to do some things. I do not think Jinbei is gonna have any kind of maybe importance here much. He so far is being a support character, and I like it as well because he's too strong. He is crazy. He is crazy strong. I mean, if you put him to fight Saint Summers, seriously, he will defeat him. He will defeat almost everyone, especially if he's using water to neutralize basically the Akuma no Mi powers of the enemies. So I think Oda needs to tone down some of the characters like Jinbei, and he's doing this now. I like it. I like it. Saint Summers, it is not unconscious after this attack, after the false Nika is kind of dropping on him, destroying everything. So, is he now gonna get serious? Is he gonna attack, you know, all this group of civilians, because most of them are civilians, and you know, then Gert and company are gonna have to try to handle him. You need to create tension, so they should lose, and they should wait. Like if Nami's group is with Sanji now, because Sanji is approaching there, and Dorry's and Brogy's are with Zoro, who is gonna be here? If we have given him such a Shaki vibes, it would make sense that maybe Robin is the one trapped here. It makes sense that Robin takes care of Saint Summers, that she is gonna be the support character, that he's gonna come when Gert is almost defeated, and then she's gonna play her card, maybe Demonio Floor, or I don't know. I would like to see a traditional, maybe 6th floor, something like this, that he's gonna just wrap him. Like, this is using or giving him his own medicine. I would like her to trap him with her hands and maybe clutch like he used to do, and then he's out of commission, and maybe we can even capture someone. I would love for us as Straw Hats to have someone captured in the Sunny, and we're gonna have to take him to another island, another place, and we are trying to get information, okay, and he's kind of, oh my god, this is real. I never thought this would happen to me. I think Saint Summers has this kind of comedy within him that we could see something like that, and it could be interesting. So as you can see, I'm just adding some yellowish details like wrapping, because I in my mind this is like bandages, like a mummy, and I know the the arrow that Gunko is using with the arrow Nomi, it is not like this, but it's not like a wrapping, it's more like a clean type of, like if you are using Photoshop or After Effects or something like this, that you can do clean lines, or if you're a graphic designer, that you can do clean lines. But I think I like it like this. It looks interesting. Okay, and then we do this like shining a little bit, and I wanna maybe do a little bit of black here for Brook. I think I'm just gonna add some details. We kind of quickly analyzed the episode. We went through the episode. There is not many things that happen in terms of the episode as such. I mean, I think, in my opinion, this is a very short, it feels very short episode. There is a couple of double spread pages there that I love them, because you need to, you can't give information or critical information in every single panel, in every single episode. Okay, here I think, apart from realizing that Zoro maybe was a little bit too hard with his technique, making those two attack each other, and you see how he's concerned, it will be the other focus, or the main focus, the connection of Brook with this Princess Shuri. I think we need a little bit of flashback. We need a little bit of context here, but it makes sense. And I said 1,000 times that Oda is now, after 30 years of being here, watching the series, he is now trying to connect all the loose ends. Like Brook said, oh yeah, I was leader of a convoy of ships for a certain kingdom. And he dropped that information in the introduction, and we were like, okay, whatever. But tell me more, tell me more. This is why I happen to think that Nami as well, she needs to be blood related to Imu. I have my theory of Nami that I'm going to put here as well, because we are going backwards. So first we are kind of sorting the characters that are more secondary in the crew, like for example Brook, or for example Frankie, with the concept of being, son of Cien, that is one of the bosses for Kaido, that is Queen. We have as well now information about Zoro being revealed, but I think Nami is always been drawn like the queen everywhere, so it makes sense for me that Oda leaves her for the last, okay, for the last reveal, whenever everything is finishing with the world government. That's going to be very interesting. Something interesting as well is that even if we have seen Gunko already in the cover of the volume, in the latest volume, we are getting visual description. Brook is saying, oh, you have, the eyes of different color, and the blue hair. So, Imu is infatuated with Bibi. Imu was infatuated with Lily. I think, like in a relationship, sometimes when you separate from your partner, you end up having another partner that it looks similar in features, because kind of you are biased by that long relationship. And I think this is the same. I think whenever we are going to be seeing Imu, it's going to be Nefertari, the Lily, and Imu is inside that body. And she's trying to find another vessel, or trying to find her love. If this is going to be about love, that is going to be Bibi. And in the meantime, is trying to find other girls that look like Bibi, look like Lily. And this is in case Gunko. Gunko with the blue hair and everything. And it can be an interesting take regarding this manipulation of vessel. Why Gunko? And how is this possible? So think about this and tell me your opinion in the comment section. I want to know your take in 1173. I want to know your take in Brook's behavior, in Zoro's attacks, in what's going to happen with Saint Summers, and if you think like this is super epic, seeing Brook clashing with Imu. This is the first time that we see something at this caliber, and we have clashed with the Gorosei and everything, yes, but with Imu, this is very interesting. Okay, so let's finish for today. I'm just gonna sign here. This is David DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's game. I hope you enjoyed this video today, this analysis, this review of the chapter and the drawing of Brook. And yeah, I see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.